She didn't pick him over you. I know it feels like she did. I know you've replayed it. The conversations, the time you spent, the things you did for her, wondering where you lost. But here's what messed with me when I finally figured this out. There was no competition. There was no side-by-side moment where she weighed her options. You were sorted, quietly, early, into a category you didn't even know existed. And the guy she's with now, he didn't win anything. He just never ended up in that category in the first place. The difference between you and him is smaller than you think, and it has almost nothing to do with looks, money, or status. You think she picked him over you. Like there was this final scene where she compared you side by side, and you lost. Most of the time, that scene never happened. She sorted you early, quietly, and then she just acted like that label was true the whole time. Here's what messed with my head when I learned it. First impressions hit in about 100 milliseconds, a tenth of a second. Before you've even finished saying your name, her brain is already filing you somewhere. And more time doesn't automatically rewrite that file. They also found that 51% of singles decide within the first hour if you're a potential love interest, or just a friend. An hour. That's one drink. That's one group hang. So by the time you feel like, wow, we're getting close, she might already experience you as safe, social, comfort, not a guy I'd date. And then you do what I did. You try harder. More texting, more listening, more favors. Like attraction is a punch card. But a lot of the time, that doesn't upgrade your category. It just reinforces it. And the heartbreak usually isn't losing her. It's realizing you invested in a role you never agreed to play. Here's the simplest framework I ever learned, and I wish someone had tattooed it on my forehead at 22. Attention is time. Replies, favors, being available, listening to her vent, basically, you're present. Intention is direction. You ask her out. You flirt like you mean it. You create a moment that can only be read one way. I'm into you. And the trap is giving attention without intention. She gets boyfriend-level attention with coworker-level intent. So her brain does the logical thing and files you under safe, helpful, not a threat. Your behavior trains her how to treat you. I did this for 2 years with a girl I was convinced I was building something with. Drove her to the airport twice, listened to her vent about her job for hours, never once told her I wanted more than friendship. And men do this a lot. Something like 75% of heterosexual guys say they've been friend-zoned, versus about 41% of women. That gap isn't genetics, it's behavior. You think you're building connection. She's thinking, cool, so nothing is happening. Most women don't want unclear. They want selective. Hard to get for everyone else, easy to get for me. If you're easy with your time but hard with your desire, you've got it backwards. People like people who like them, when it feels specific, not needy. So when the other guy shows up and simply makes it a date, she doesn't pick him over you. She picks the only guy who made dating an actual option. Early on, her category for you is kind of soft. It's pencil, not ink. She's still watching, still deciding what you are to her. But after enough time of the same vibe, it hardens into, oh, he's my friend. He's safe. He's not that. And the timing part hurts, because attraction usually peaks in the first 6 months. If nothing happens in that window, a lot of the time it doesn't develop later. It just closes. And your passivity isn't neutral. It doesn't read like respectful or taking it slow. It reads like low confidence or low interest. Especially the line we tell ourselves, I just need to be 100% sure first. That usually comes off as insecurity, not maturity. There's also this weird modern stat. About 45% of guys 18 to 25 have never approached a woman in person. Meanwhile, around 75% of women that age actually want to be approached. So everybody's waiting, and then acting surprised nothing happens. And building comfort can backfire, because repeated non-escalation teaches her the rule, platonic. Predictable, helpful, zero tension. People form strong judgments in minutes. Eye contact, initiative, light flirting, those early cues matter. Assertiveness separates you fast, but only if it shows up early. Because when you finally confess months later, it lands like a category error. Like, wait, why are you changing the terms? And if you've ever seen that confused look, like you just spoke a different language, tell me about it. How long did you wait? And what happened when you finally said something? Drop it in the comments. I read those, and a lot of what I make comes straight from stories like yours. Here's the part nobody wants to admit. A lot of consistency is actually a covert contract. That's when you're giving her attention, rides, favors, emotional support, with this quiet deal in your head. If I do X long enough, she'll eventually give me Y. A relationship, sex, choosing you. But she never signed that deal. So what you think is patience starts to feel like pressure. What you think is kindness starts to feel kinda agenda-y. And it's not just a vibe. They've looked at this. When women saw a guy as overly responsive, always accommodating, never assertive, it didn't make him more attractive. It just made him safer, easier, more predictable. Then the loop kicks in. You invest more to earn it. She feels less romance. You feel used. You get resentful. You get less attractive. And the rejection hits harder because now it feels personal. The uncomfortable truth is, what looks like selflessness can actually be a transaction in disguise, and people can sense it. I remember helping a girl move apartments, carried her couch up 3 flights of stairs, sweating through my shirt, and genuinely believed I was being a good guy, not realizing I was keeping a mental scorecard the whole time. Directness isn't being pushy. It's just being honest about why you're here. Clarity isn't a personality trait. It's a decision you practice, like going to the gym. Nobody wakes up naturally direct. They just stop avoiding the moment. And here's what got me. When they ask people what they regret more, most don't say, I asked and got rejected. They say, I never asked. In one survey, 41% said they'd rather risk almost certain rejection than miss the shot completely. Because the pain of what if lasts longer than a no. So here's the playbook. Simple, measurable. Act early. If you feel interest, move it toward a one-on-one date in days or weeks, not months. Last month I matched with someone, felt the spark, and asked her to grab coffee that same week. 5 years ago, I would have texted for a month and wondered why it fizzled. Use date frame language. Let's grab drinks Thursday, not, we should all hang sometime. Escalate or exit. If she keeps it platonic, don't stay as boyfriend light. Pull back. Put that energy somewhere else. No covert contracts. Don't try to earn attraction with favors. If you want romance, show intention with action. And yes, you can be respectful and still be direct. Clarity isn't pressure, it's honesty. Here's the standard. If your behavior could be mistaken for just a friendly guy, you're not signaling intention. So here's the ending nobody wants to hear, but it's freeing once it clicks. She didn't choose him because he was better than you. She responded to the guy who made an actual romantic decision. While you were being steady and helpful and hoping it would turn into something, he gave it a direction. That's the whole difference most of the time. When you live with clarity, 2 things happen fast. You get rejected faster, which sounds brutal, but it saves you months of late-night overthinking and maybe she's just busy. And you get reciprocation faster too, because the women who are into you don't need you to audition for 12 weeks. They just need you to show up like you mean it. The upgrade isn't becoming some different person overnight. It's dropping the habit of hiding. Confidence isn't genetic. It's built. It's doing the honest thing while your stomach's doing flips and surviving it. Attention is everywhere. Intention is rare. And rare creates momentum, not limbo. If this is clicking, subscribe. I post stuff like this every week. The things I wish somebody told me when I was 22 and confused. And hit like if it helped. Small action. Real results.